Ready, Sunshine?
Yes, sir.
Floor is yours.
Alright, well, for those of you who don't actually know me, my name is Stephanie Ray. As it says right there on top, it says Stephanie. And if there's one thing that you guys should probably know about me, it's that I'm in music and I play in band. I play the trumpet, which is this instrument right here, if you can see that from far away. But I've been doing that for 7 years now, and it's really shaped me into who I am. And so, like, one of the things I think that I've been involved in the most for the past 3 years would be my involvement in the Kilty Band. And I wore my jacket today. I didn't really realize I did it until I walked out the door. But that's me in a kilt with my friend Megan. She's pretty influential in my life, and we became like best friends for the past few years. And she's one of the college students up there. I'm not supposed to hang out with her, but I did anyways, and my parents never found out until this year, and then I still kind of go up there anyways. But let's see. I'll start off with my room. Well, I guess I already did start off, but this is my room, the 4 pictures in it. I like to condense everything into one little space, and then that way I have the whole floor to do whatever and move everything around. And this right here, this is my closet doors. I have like huge closet doors, and I painted on them, and those are actually song lyrics, and I painted them on, and so like those 2 songs on there, like I guess I just do it when I really feel like it and get out some paint, and I'm like, yeah, this is a good song, and I write it up on there. And so those 2 are 2 of the most ones that I think about the most. And let's see, this is my emo picture right here. If you can read that, can you read that, or can you not read that?
I was going to put my emo picture here, but my computer ate it. That made me mad, so I sat in the corner and cried.
It actually made me sad, but I sat in the corner.
Oh, so I was pretty good from back here for an old man.
That is pretty good, especially for an old man.
I know.
I'll give you that. Alright, and so like here's me sitting in the corner by myself outside. That's actually in Alaska, on the side of a mountain. My parents and I went to Alaska when I was turning 16. Actually, this right here, this is me swimming in the Arctic Ocean on my 16th birthday. The water was 37 degrees and the air outside was 43. So it was really cold that day, but I'm officially a polar bear. So this is also another lake in Alaska. This is not the Arctic Ocean, but it's called Byers Lake, and I'm not really sure where. But we went to the Alaskan pipeline, and the Dalton Highway follows the length of the state, which is 800 miles. And it was really kind of cool, because I didn't like it at first because it's so pretty up there, and then you got this ugly pipeline that follows the whole thing. But it's kind of cool because you always knew where you're going as long as you followed. And there's actually this guy that hiked the whole thing with his dog named Jane, and they walked the whole 800 miles. And I picked up this book that he had written about it, and so it was really interesting reading it as I went up the highway, because like we'll read about like a town, and I'll be like, hey, I just went through there yesterday, and it was really interesting. So like this picture, like it doesn't really look that big, but this I actually ran down and touched it, and that's me compared to the pipeline. So it's kind of keeps everything in proportion here. Let's see. So I'll go back to the band topic, and like here this year I was a drum major. Here's the football team, and here's the band, and it was football. And it was a pretty good experience. I think that I gained a lot of leadership skills, and I got to do a lot of good friends, and like I even got to go hang out with the senior section once in a while, well, the student section I should say, because they sit kind of right next to the band. And I've never actually gotten out of the stands during a football game before, because I've always been tied down with my instrument. So I mean, that was kind of nice. Not to diss on band or anything, just so you know, because I wouldn't do that, because I'm like the ultimate band person. But let's see. Here, if you guys want to look at it when we're done, you can't see it, but I went to the Catholic school at St. Vincent de Paul until I finished the 6th grade, and then I came over here. And so like this one right here is me when I was in kindergarten. I was like a little fat little kid. But like there's a lot of other people. I don't think any of them are in this class, any of these ones. Well, like some of these other people come take a look, because I think you'll like it a lot. But then I used to have long hair, and this is when I was a sophomore. Can you see that? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay. That was when I was a sophomore, and then I got my hair cut last year, like 2 days after picture day, but last year's pictures kind of sucked really bad, so I didn't put that one up because I'd be really embarrassed. And then I got my hair cut short now. You can't tell, I'm sure that's amazing. Let's see. I think one of the major important parts of my life has been my family. And I never realized how important it was until this year, like just this past weekend, Saturday night, my nephew, Jacob right here, was baptized, and like it was just, I'm not, like I go to church every weekend and stuff like that, but I'm not one to actually really pay a whole lot of attention, and just seeing that was like a really deep experience for me, and it just means a lot to me, like my family. And this is his brother, Miles David. Yeah, my brother's Bengi too, if you guys have heard of Miles Davis. So, and then the last part, probably my friends, and this is Heather Strauss and I, and this is Fabio, also known as Alex Henderson, but I don't ever call him Alex, that's just weird. And we're pretty much inseparable, all three of us, we're together all the time. And Mrs. Gross and I think she's been the most influential person in my life, like, just because I've learned so much. And when you have to be stuck with one person for 7 years and like do everything on the weekends and stuff like that.
I know the feeling.
And then having her husband in class, I mean, it's just a big part of my life. So that's about it.
Cool. Well done, Steph.